Hey students, this is Dr. Cornelius Queck. I am here in my study room in Redding, California. I am on lockdown, as are many of you, I'm assuming. I hope you guys are doing well and you are able to find some level of normalcy and keep your sanity in all of this. One of the positive things that I'm observing is the availability and the accessibility to the good news. Churches are going online. Churches are even thinking creative. They're having drive-through services midweek and over the weekends. You're seeing believers taking advantage of social media on Facebook, Instagram, and using Zoom to conduct Bible studies and to share a word of encouragement or have a praise and worship time. So there's a great opportunity that is presenting itself before us as communicators and teachers and preachers of the gospel. So I really think it's a great responsibility for us to hone our craft and improve our skills as communicators as the opportunities are ripe and they're present right before us. So I want to spend a few minutes talking to you guys about week 3. Can you believe that or not? We are at week 3 of our course, and before you know it, it'll be over. And we're almost halfway through in our 7-week course together. And with week 1 and week 2, I hope you guys are getting a hang of the assignments that are required, the required readings, your inside journals, as well as your discussion threads. I have definitely enjoy reading and interacting with you guys on the discussion threads. There's a lot of good content, good discussion that's going on. Okay, and so with week 2, you were introduced to your first assignment with sermon observation. It was really interesting to see how you guys have observed some of your favorite teachers and preachers. For future sermon observations, I do want to encourage you guys to maybe consider listening to somebody that you're not as acquainted with and see what you can learn from that, okay? So for week 3, you still have your inside journal, you still have your discussion threads, and you have a book critique from this book, Communicating for a Change by Andy Stanley, that's due April the 5th, okay? And so we are at a time in our course where you are being introduced to some of the core materials and content from these 2 books. In particular, one primary teaching preaching method from this book is what we call the hook, book, look, took method, okay? And this one, Andy Stanley presents a me, we, God, you, we method of sermon organization and sermon preaching. Okay, they're both solid, they're both creative, they're both original in their approach, but they're different. So I just feel like in introducing these 2 methods to you that you're going to really have a well-rounded experience. Okay, and so on that note, in week 7, you're going to turn in your teaching and preaching plan, and as I mentioned before, it is the heaviest assignment of them all. It is 40% of your course grade. It is essentially 4 assignments in one, and they're based off these 2 methods, okay? The preaching and teaching methods of the Hook, Book, Look, Took, and the one that's presented by Andy Stanley. Okay, so I want to encourage you guys to brainstorm and start working on it early. You don't want to leave that to the last minute because you won't have time for it. Okay, and so begin working on it right now. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. And I also do want to say that on that note, you know, if you guys are having unique challenge, I know you guys have unique challenges with everything that's going on right now. And if you are unable to turn in your assignments on time for whatever reason, please reach out and let me know. And I do want to work with you. Okay, that's grace in all of this. So I look forward to interacting with you on the discussion thread. Keep plugging along, and if you have any questions and if you need prayer, please feel free to share your prayer requests on Blackboard, and we as a class, let's come around each other and support each other. And let's keep our eyes on the Lord, and God is not shaken. He's still on the throne. And I know there's a lot of fear, panic, and paranoia out there right now. But as believers, let's keep our peace, keep our joy, and set our eyes on the Lord and pray that God's going to turn this around sooner than later. Okay, so God bless you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye-bye.